To learn to live the off-grid lifestyle and to be inspired to live your dreams, click subscribe so you don't miss anything. Click the bell notification. It's all free. Once again, I'm going to do a confession video. I think I need to get all my confessions out of the way. I've been doing these confession videos where I've been telling you that I've been lying to you. I don't really live off-grid. The very first confession video I did was about coffee. I was told that I don't actually make coffee because I have solar panels. And there's not enough electricity with my 1,000 watts of solar panels to use an electric coffee pot. Of course, I tried to explain that we used a percolator on our Coleman camp stove. It's just a camping percolator is all it was. Whoops, I missed. And then, of course, there was a few others. I talked about living off out where we don't actually live here. We live in a big mansion off-site. And I just come down here to make YouTube videos, like all this firewood. We've already determined in a previous video that that is all fake. We actually make our own firewood. I hired a company to make plastic firewood just for decoration. It doesn't actually burn. Oh, we talked about diets and how I'm overweight and unhealthy and just a series of things. So now, as you know, over here we have chickens. We got 14 chickens and 2 of them are males. One of them is named Frenchie, and we just discovered that we have another one. It got old enough that it's been crowing. And Carolyn and I have decided that we're going to keep it. 7 of them are currently producing eggs. Now, this is what I've told you. I want to be clear on this. 6 of them that are not. They're still too young. I don't know if they'll actually produce anything this year. So, with 7 eggs, now it's getting late in the season. So daylight hours are shorter now. So the chickens aren't producing as many eggs as they did over the summer. We had 3 of them over the summer. Yeah, this is lard. We had 3 of them over the summer producing, and we just got 4 more to start producing, but they're not producing every day like they were over the summer. We think it's a good idea to have too many chickens. That way in the wintertime, we still have plenty of eggs to eat, and then when we have too many eggs in the summertime, we can sell those eggs. That's kind of our thinking. But the problem is, and it was just identified the other day, I've only showed you 1 egg since we started raising chickens. Well, first of all, that's not true. I've showed you several eggs. I actually showed you cooking eggs one time, just like I'm doing today. I didn't have cheese and lard. I used vegetable oil. No, maybe it was lard. I don't know. I can't remember when we stopped using vegetable oil. Today I thought I'd make some cheesy eggs. It's a little bit more expensive, but I used to eat peanut butter. But now these eggs don't come from hens. They come from, I don't know where they come from, to be honest. There's just no way to explain where these eggs come from. They just kind of magically appear in this box. That's the best thing I can think of, because we have the only chickens in the world that don't produce eggs. It's absolutely incredible. I did not know that you could buy chickens that don't produce eggs. Now, I guess, of course, somebody's going to say, well, you can buy a rooster. They don't produce eggs. Yeah, I wasn't talking about roosters. I was talking about hens. And like I said, we got 2 roosters. They both crow. Second one's really pretty. So I'm just going to scramble these non-existent eggs up real quick. When my grandpa would ask me what I wanted for breakfast, I would always say scrambled eggs. And he cooked scrambled eggs like this. Now, everybody else that I know will just tear that thing apart. But he kept it all clustered together like this. Kind of like an omelet, kinda. But he kept it clustered up. And for some reason, those were just the best eggs. I love those eggs. Lots of lard. You gotta have that lard. But now, he used real eggs. We're using these fake eggs because they actually had chickens. They raised chickens. They had Rhode Island Reds. Now we got what, Buff Orpingtons, New Hampshires is what we got, and Americanas. Now Americanas, when they start producing, they'll produce colored eggs. And it could be blues and greens and just all kinds of different colors. And that'd be really exciting to sell, because we can sell it for a little bit more than the brown eggs. But obviously, we're just fibbing to you. There's just no way our chickens are making eggs. Tell you, isn't this a life? Coming out on the back porch, not in your kitchen, but on the back porch on a nice, beautiful fall day like this. Of course, it's a little cloudy, but the trees and the breeze and the whole thing, it's just, isn't this something? It's sad that I had to fake the whole thing. I wish I do wish I could live in this place. It would be much better than coming down just to make a video. Of course, I'm not going to eat these fake eggs. I don't know what they taste like. So obviously, I'm being sarcastic. I've been making these sarcastic videos. They've been doing pretty good until the last one I made. So I thought I'd try one more, see how they do. If you'll go ahead and click the video at the end of this video, I really appreciate it. It helps the algorithm know that you like this video. Okay, I'm going to see if we got any eggs in here. This thing's a little hard to hold up and do the camera at the same time. So I don't know. Can you see that there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 eggs there? So we got some eggs today. So hopefully that should prove that maybe I'm telling the truth. We actually have chickens that produce eggs. You know, of course, I didn't actually film the chicken giving out the eggs, so somebody's gonna say, oh, you planted them there. I don't know. It's just funny how people are really trying to dispel everything that we do. I'm not sure what the point of that is. Maybe they're jealous, maybe they can't do it. They don't believe that you could be happier doing it this way. Now I'm gonna put all my eggs in one basket here, that way I can drop them. And I have done that before. It's so frustrating. So hopefully I've dispelled the myth that my chickens are the only chickens in the world that do not produce eggs. So I thought I'd show you around the coop here a little bit. It's hard to see through the screen, but so these three here that you see right front, these are the Buff Orpingtons right here. And they've been producing, they're the oldest hens that we got. And then the one right next to it, there's 2 of them right there. Those are New Hampshires. They are similar to Rhode Island Reds. Rhode Island Reds are very popular. New Hampshires don't get the credit that the Rhode Islands do, but they're about the same. And then the rest of them, back there in the back, are Americanas. So you see Frenchie. Frenchie's the white one there. He's the oldest male that we got. And then way back there in the back, being shy, is the other one. And he just started crowing. And we're calling him Roo, short for rooster. See how pretty these Americanas are? So there's Roo in the back. We got a black one and black and gold and a gold and black. Over here is Two-Face. Probably won't be able to see her. She's laying down behind the... And the reason we call her Two-Face is because when she was very young, she got in a fight with one of the other older chickens and it damaged her eye. So we brought her up to the house for about a week and she became very friendly. She's not so much friendly anymore, but when I was transferring them back and forth to the camper each day, she'd come up to me and let me pet her. So they're all wanting food is what it is. We let them out each day now and we feed them and let them graze. So they're wanting to come out and graze. They're confused. I'm not by the door, so they don't know what's going on. But all of them are very friendly. We're getting where we can almost pick all of them up now. But you see, they'll eat right out of your hand. See if we can get Frenchie to grab a bite. Frenchie lets the girls eat first. Yesterday he was very protective of them. Very smart. I find out that Frenchie's very smart. When I let him out, there, he got some. When I let him out, I try to keep him confined to this little area over here. I don't want him getting out too far. We lost a couple the other day. I mean, we got them back, but they went out in the woods and I had to go out in the woods and chase them back. They got lost. They didn't know how to get back. So I've been trying to confine them to right here in this little area right here when I let them out. That way they can still have some grass and graze a little bit and get some bugs. But I don't want them to get up in the cedar tree because every time I get up in the cedar tree, I get these little stickies all over my pants and I gotta scrape them off. These things stick to my pants. And of course I don't want them to go back down into the woods and get lost. I've been trying to train them to stay here and they've gotten pretty good at it, but the other rooster, the younger rooster, he's a little stubborn. He does his own thing. So what he does is he'll go into the cedar tree, for example, and then a bunch of his little hens will follow him. See, the Americanas stick with him. The Buffs, New Hampshires, stick with Frenchie. Frenchie's the oldest. I went over there to get Roo and his hens out of here. Came up here, Frenchie just flew up here. and started cackling at them and pushing them back down. And they all went back down to the coop here. And I thought, that's interesting. Frenchie knew that I was frustrated with them, and he went up there and grabbed them. I didn't have to do anything. Then a few minutes later, a buzzard flew by, and I didn't see it. And Frenchie came out to where I'm standing right here and started cackling at them, trying to get them all to go in. And they all ran in, and he pushed them in there. It just amazes me that these chickens can process that kind of information and learn. You know, I'm not getting attached to these animals. I could butcher them if I needed to. Just today we were talking about, do we want to buy more meat birds, or do we want to raise baby chickens, Americanas? They tasted a little different, so that's the biggest holdup. So what we've decided to do is, in the spring, we're going to try to raise baby chickens, and if we're not successful at it, then in August we can buy meat birds. We got plenty of time to try to learn how to raise our own chickens. We really need to learn how to do that. Just in case something goes bad, we got an opportunity where we can raise chickens on our own and have not only eggs, but reproduce our own meat. Raising meat birds was a lot of work. They grow so fast, they eat so much food so fast. We're gonna have to get another tent no matter what we do. This year, instead of having it locked in one location, we'll do what the original plan was, which is move it around. And that way they can also eat some of the grass. And we decided that we were going to lock it together, and we thought that was a good idea at first, and then we decided, no, that's not a good idea, but then they were already locked together. Trial and error, trying to learn what's the best for us. So if you can click the video right here on the screen, I'd really appreciate it. Push it out to more people and you'll be entertained. But I hope I can inspire you to live your dream free and happy. Thanks for watching.